Generalities of TOEFL. Learner skills. You can enhance your learning by developing learner strategies. When you begin studying for the TOEFL test, it will be valuable to identify your strengths or weaknesses, analyze what motivates you, recognize your most effective learning strategies, set goals, plan a study schedule, and think about how to evaluate your progress. None of these strategies will be tested, but they will help you focus your study and do better on the test. Note taking, phrasing, and summarizing. You are allowed to take through the TOEFL IB test. Note taking is not required, but it is an important skill that will help you focus your attention on the listening passage. Remember the most important points and organize your thoughts in the integrated speaking and writing text. Paraphrasing and summarizing are also important skills that will help you success on the test. In contrast, on the TOEFL ITP, you're not allowed to take notes during the listening or reading sections. Vocabulary. Your knowledge of vocabulary in test in the reading section. In addition, your ability to choose appropriate words to describe the main points and express your ideas will affect your score in speaking and writing sections. Vocabulary also takes expressions section, since you are asked to complete ideas or choose the inappropriate elements of a sentence. Grammar. There is no grammar sections on the TOEFL IBT test, but how correctly and naturally you use a combination of basic and complex grammatical structures in the speaking and writing text you affect your score. A strong command of English grammar will also help you comprehend the material in the reading and listening sections. On the TOEFL ITP, there is no whole section dedicated to grammatical and structural elements of the language. It's important not only to be familiar with elements, but also to use them appropriately.
I'm going to talk about how to take the TOEFL successfully. Preparing for the TOEFL test. Well, if you don't have some basic knowledge of English, it is the best to take English language course before taking the TOEFL test preparation course. Preparation materials are designed to help you to improve your scores through rewriting English and becoming familiar with the testing producers and format. Begin your test preparation as soon as you decide to take the exam. It will not be useful to try to learn everything the week before the exam date. After that, study on a regular basis. Studying a small amount of material daily is more effective than studying a large amount in one sitting. Also, practice punching your time. The TOEFL test is taken under time limits. Effective time management is a key to doing well on the test. This is very important at that moment. Learn to use your time wisely and so that you can complete each section. Become familiar with the test format and how to answer the kind of question and respond to the kind of task in each section. Also, know your goal. Visit the website or write to the administration office of the college or university of your choice and ask for the entrance requirements. They will confirm the minimum TOEFL score required to admission.
Refer to it often. Set goals. Goal setting is an important process. You should set goals that are really specific, challenging, and attainable. Set long-term goals, then come up with a list of smaller steps that lead toward attaining them. Use these steps to build a goal map of short-term goals that lead to your final big goal. Plan your study schedule. Find time in your schedule that can be set aside for longer periods of time for concentrated study. Also, identify activities in your daily routine that can be combined with learning. For example, you can give 45-second speeches to yourself when you take a shower, or practice thinking to yourself in English while you are communicating. Check your progress. Keep track of your progress and modify your study plans accordingly. Periodically, review your goals and see if they need to be more challenging or more accessible. Learner strategies. Finding the right way to work. When you begin to study for the TOEFL test, it is worthwhile to plan your approach to preparing for the test and stick to that plan. You may want to consider the following activities. Number 1. Analyze your strengths. Reflect on skills you're good at, what strengths you use to master those skills, and how you can use those strengths to reach your goals for the TOEFL test. Identify your learning style. Think about what you learn best. Use this knowledge to plan study sessions that fit your style of learning. Think of other learning styles and how they could fit into your approach to enhance your learning. Motivate yourself. Motivation refers to your desire to do something. Your motivation could be driven by external goals. For example, you may want to receive a score that will help you get into a prestigious university. Motivation can also be driven by international goals. For example, you may want to study because you love foreign languages and want to improve your English. Think about what your motivations are for studying for the TOEFL test and make a list.